Namaskar from our channel, The Consultant's View. If a mathematical model is developed on infrastructural development sector supply chain theory, it is certain that education industry takes a vital role on this chain. Its impact is short but intense. It is more qualitative than quantitative. It is clear and transparent that engineering students are the output of the institution or the education sector, which are suitably utilized as resource in the consulting services industries and infrastructural project development implementations. In one of our shows earlier, we discussed on the topic academician and consultancy service, where it was revealed from the respective professionals' view that there are still some gaps in developing the engineering students to an appropriate level for them to get befitted for today's industry need, in spite of honest endeavor from the faculty and institution authorities. One of the reasons is the evaluation pattern or examination process of the engineering students at the university or college level. Today's topic of discussion is open book versus closed book examination impact on consultancy services. We will talk on it and break it down in depth. Our guest today is Professor Dr. Asit Kumar Mitra. Namaskar, sir.
Namaskar.
Before we go to our session, let me introduce sir. After graduated in chemical engineering from Jadavpur University in 1961, Asit Kumar Mitra did his MTech and PhD from IIT Kharagpur. He served IIT as faculty from 1963 for 6 years and then moved to Jadavpur University and served for 35 years, where he was entrusted to take responsibility as HOD, Head of Department, Chemical Engineering Department since 1986. After his retirement in 2004, he joined HIT as Professor Emiritus, followed by Adjunct Professor JIS University. Professor Mitra has been specialist in specific domain of reaction engineering, thermodynamics, membrane separation, and residence time distribution. His expertise on polymer engineering, reverse osmosis, fluidization, and industrial effluent treatment has made him an eminent figure in the chemical engineering fraternity. In addition to teaching and research, Professor Mitra served as director in board of directors of public and private sector organizations. He was member of technical committees of West Bengal Planning Board and several central government bodies like DSIR, CSIR, UGC, etc. He was associated with different research programs in USA. Professor Mitra has been actively associated with the Indian Institute of Chemical Engineers, National Council of Education, Institute of Business Management, and Jadavpur University Court. Presently, he is serving as a General Secretary in National Council of Education, Bengal. His contribution to the Engineering Society and Engineering Consulting House has elevated him to a level beyond any traditional approach. Yes, sir. Let me say, he was my co-guide in the thesis during my master's in academic career. Since then, I often take his guidance in my personal life path and career. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction.
Thank you, sir.
I do not deserve so much of things. However, let us discuss the issues today.
Yes, sir. So I hope the topic is interesting today.
Oh, fine. Yes.
Sir, you have been in the faculty for more than 50 years.
Yes.
What paradigm shift you have noticed in these 5 decades with respect to teaching approach?
When I started teaching in 1963-64 in IIT Kharagpur, we have only a chalk, a duster, and a blackboard. And we had a lot of questions, answers, lively sessions. Students used to take notes from the blackboard. We used to derive equation in the blackboard. We used to draw figures in the blackboard. And handwriting should be good for teacher. Because students are copying from the blackboard. You have to write very beautiful words. Anyway, after that, we have a teaching aid started. We have epidiscope.
Epidiscope.
Yeah, epidiscope is an instrument, equipment, by which you can project a figure in the screen. So the figure is big. You can project certain things in the blackboard, in the board, so that you can see them in a larger way. That is epidiscope. After the epidiscope, then the development came, that is a overhead projector. Then you write on a fine, thin sheet of paper, that is a polythene paper, a plastic paper, and it is a polymer. You write anything on the paper, it will be projected on the screen. Then you can, so it is a dual thing. You teach in the class, you write in the blackboard, use blackboard, and also teaching aid. After this projector, word projector, then came the slide projection.
Slide projection.
Yeah, slide projector. We have made slides, and the slides are fitted in a projector, and you show the slides. So after slides also, there is definitely, we use the blackboard and slide projector. And from the slide projector, there are sometimes a video also shown. How a solar is moving, how a motor is running, how equipment is running, that the students get interested. So we are using both things. Then after slide projector, then development of smart classroom.
Smart classroom.
Smart classroom.
Okay.
Where you are using your internet connections. For internet connection, we can directly show the things available in the internet to the students. So students can see really how it is moving, how everything is moving, how equipment is moving, how the plant is running. In that way, the development took place. But still, I believe the students want a writing on the blackboard, they can take notes, because I do not really want to say everything on a PPT, that is a projection. Yeah. So there should be, use a blackboard, derivation will be done, write in the blackboard, students should take note, students should assimilate things, students should answer questions in the class. So that is the development I think is going on.
Okay. That means when the students copying from the blackboard, some level of assimilation goes automatically in
yes, and they ask questions also. So we have to definitely, if the questions are there, I'm very happy as a teacher when the questions are there in the class. So I should answer. If something is not, they don't understand certain things, they ask questions, I have to explain other way.
Okay.
It's simpler way. Because in the class, there are good boys, there are very good boys, there are not so good boys. So they can ask questions. So I have to see everything.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So can I go to next one?
Yes, yes.
So how effective the engineering study in India is, which predominantly driven with a classroom format?
You see, I believe in a good engineering institutes like IIT and Jadavpur, other places, there is a good practical training also, with the classroom teaching and summer training. Combination is very good. You have a practical experience in the summer in the factory, and classroom teaching and laboratory teaching also.
Oh, yeah.
You use a laboratory to see the equipment. But there are other colleges. There are lot of colleges are there. There no good laboratory is there. There is no good summer training is there. So only theoretical teaching is not good. Students should have hands-on training. Hands-on training.
Hands-on training.
Yeah, hands-on training is a must. For engineer, they should have hands-on training. So I don't believe only classroom teaching or theoretical teaching. You should have hands-on teaching.
A balance of both hands-on training and classroom teaching. Okay, sir. Sir, my next question will be very much relevant to the topic today.
Yes.
Referring to our topic of discussion today, what would be your views regarding open book exam versus our traditional closed book exam?
It's a very important question, no doubt.
Yes.
I think there should be a combination of both, open book and closed book. What is closed book? Closed book system is what is going on. Everything is closed, you memorize everything, you then put in the examination paper. If you don't, memory fails, you fail. That is closed book examination. Open book means you have available books are there, whatever textbooks, the notes, and some reference books allotted by the university or the engineering college. It doesn't allow. So what is the benefit? Now what type of things are there in closed book, open book examinations? You see, you can analyze, you can evaluate, you can synthesize. Critical thinking. That means the question will be such, the answer will be such that your analysis is important, your critical thinking is important, innovation idea is important. That means your assimilation of subject matter. You assimilated. Knowledge is there, but the question pattern is different. That means you have to think what should be the evaluation, what should be from the data, what is the inference.
Yes.
That is the whole idea of open book examination system.
Okay.
So I hope you answered the question.
Yeah. So now the next pursuing question will be, what would be your thinking at the present context, whether how much we should go to the open book?
Now, I will explain one thing here. You see, when you talk of the open book or closed book examinations, the open book is a new subject matter. Now, the teacher should be also understand how to question in the open book system.
Yeah.
Very important. And teaching should be such that way. That means the analytical thing should be developed among the students. Only until they are asked that type of question in the examination, they will fail.
Exactly.
So the teaching methodology should be in the open book system, and the students should be able to analyze. Suppose I give a lot of data to you.
Yes.
From the data, I ask you, what is your analysis? What is the reference from data? Jumble of data. Suppose in the classroom, there are 100 boys in the classroom. So there are a lot of examinations in the classroom in different subjects, and the results are there. From the results, you have to analyze how is the output of the result. How many students fail, how many students good in mathematics, how many students in English, how many are good in engineering, all these things. The analysis is very important. So
yes.
that is open book challenge. It is a challenge.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
It is a challenge. So in the open book system, we are allowing students to have a critical thinking. Critical thinking is very important.
And it is so important for the consultancy house also.
Sure.
The person who has that ability to think critically and analyze better, he or she becomes more acceptable to the consultancy house.
Sure. When you talk about consultancy, I'll tell you one thing. A consultant should have a knowledge, an experience, and thinking. If you only knowledge will not do, experience will not do, but you have to analyze the thing.
Yeah.
You have to analyze things. If you cannot analyze, you can't be a consultant.
Exactly.
You have a lot of data. What data you should take and what is the end result? How I give the consultancy service to it.
Yes, sir.
That is the most important.
Yes.
So without that, and that analytical idea will develop. Okay, in the closed book system also, people are there who are good consultant. How? Because of the experience. Because only experience and knowledge. Of course, they have own way of analysis. But if you start this analysis system from the college itself or the school itself, the boy will develop slowly analysis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Exactly. So it appeared that you were a bit inclined towards the open book system.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm not fully inclined to open book. I have a combination of both open book, closed book, and oral examinations. That is
okay. Open book, closed book, and oral examination.
And 5 hours examinations.
Okay.
Why 5 hours? Your communication skill develop. You have to communicate with your superior boss, with a junior student, junior worker. That means suppose a man is not technical, but you have to explain the things to a boss who is not a technical man. A very highly technical thing can be communicated to a boss properly.
Yes.
So you have to have this system. That is skill of communication very important. Our engineering students have very less communication skill.
Yes, sir. We know
very
that.
less.
We know that in this part of the country, we have seen that.
They cannot communicate properly. They have knowledge. They cannot express. Expression should be required.
And also,
I have seen different. Because I have taught in different institutions. I do not name the institution, but I have seen students from other states. Whether they are right or wrong, they can communicate. Yeah, they will communicate. They will say anything. Maybe wrong. Maybe English is wrong. But the verb is wrong. It doesn't matter to them. It's a wrong verb, wrong sentence, they will stop. But our students, first of all, they will think Bengali, then translate it to English, and then speak. The whole problem is there. They cannot speak anything like the other way. So I say communication is very important.
Yes.
And that's why our good students also do not get a good job because of communication lacking. So I say the closed book, open book, and good
Oral.
communication.
Exactly, sir. Sir, in that case, whatever told, how this analytical mode of evaluation system will be incorporated in the or in the
You
faculty. In
see,
that case.
it should be incorporated, means it should start from the school level itself, the open book examinations and the oral examination of viable examinations. So school level. The children at the age of 5 or 10 or 12, they start thinking, develop. And if the development comes, analytical thinking, it will come to college level, engineering level, anywhere. All of a sudden, you can't impose anything. You start from the very beginning. Even discipline starts from the very beginning. A parent will make his child disciplined. You understand the point? So the children should be made to think, to analyze things. Why this thing happened? Why this thing happened? Why not otherwise?
Exactly, sir.
This you should know. They should know. So,
Yes.
and then and only they can understand.
Basically, from the school level, it
Yes,
should
school
be.
level. I tell you one thing in this point, Igar. Okay, I have visited in early age a factory where they are manufacturing soap.
Manufacturing soap.
Soap. Now, the soap manufacturing is a very technique is there. Let's say 20-ton vessel. The soap is the oil is saponified to make the soap. And I asked the expert man who is preparing the soap, how do you know the soap is formed? He is such an expert. He will put a big spoon and took a sample and pour from top and see the viscosity.
Seeing the viscosity.
See how it flows. On the flow characteristic, they understand the soap is done, already made. So discharge it. So this experience. This 100% experience. You see, if you develop tire, I visited. The vulcanization, very important part. The maturation of the tire, the rubber. Man is expert. He made the vulcanization. And he understand from the pinning the rubber, understand the vulcanization is complete. And discharge it. Because it is a batch process. One at a time.
Batch process.
It's a batch process. The vulcanization. So that is knowledge. You have to go to the factory. You have to go to the factory. See, have the knowledge, understand it, ask the question, have the knowledge. That knowledge is very important. Otherwise, you cannot be a good engineer.
Yes, exactly.
Theory will not do. Whenever I got time, I visited factory to see how it is done. I tell you two examples of two students. One is engineer. He got a very good job at refinery. He is a good engineer, knowledgeable sir. After working for 2 years, he left the job and joined a organization where they only compete in a technical room. So why did you change the job? I do not want hands-on working. I want working in a room, air-conditioned room with a computer. He doesn't want that. So he cannot be a good engineer. But I have seen another person who is a mechanical engineer.
Yes.
He said that I do not want to use only computer. I want to design it, see fabrication. I want to meet the person who will make the fabrication. I will test it. If it is okay my design online, then I will also negotiate with the vendor and sell it. Complete job.
Complete.
A to Z. He wants to know. My design is correct. International job. International job. Making the design for the international people, buyer. And make it ready. So
Yes,
innovation, idea, thinking, that is very important.
Yes, sir.
And he comes from a person from a other state. His idea of venture different.
Okay, sir. Sir, in that case, closed book and open book exam types influence to evaluate quality of young engineers who are considered as the potential asset for the consulting industries in future.
Okay, this is a very good question. You see, when I say that both the things will be there, open book and closed book,
And also oral.
as overall, so there will be evaluation for the open books. Okay, closed book is no problem. The system is already in vogue. In the open book examination system, the student's answer may not be 100% tallying with the teacher.
Yes, obviously.
He may not. But you have to see the logic. How he has analyzed the whole thing.
Okay.
If the analysis is logical, he should get good marks. Good marks. I say logic is okay. He may not tally with my answer, but his logic is okay. Whatever he has done, something he has said, logically 1, 2, 3, 4.
Exactly, sir.
That
It is very important. Very important.
Here, I may not agree with you, but I have to give some logic behind it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
What is the failure of the particular accident? Why the accident happened? I give you some data, and from the data you analyze, I have given some reason behind it. They do not tell me the exact thing, but I have given some reason. So that is an important issue.
Yes.
Evaluation like that.
Yeah.
So it is not a very objective type, it's subjective.
Sir, in that case, does it influence the teacher's marking process also? Because
teacher has to be very open-minded.
Exactly, sir.
Very open-minded.
Otherwise, it will be difficult to
teacher
evaluate
should understand his logic. He has to read properly what is written. Has to written properly, and he has to open-minded and good marks. You see, I see, when you write an essay, let us say you write an essay. The essay, I have written such an essay in the school or the college level, essay on a topic. You may not like my essay, but you may see what I have written is English is correct, I give some logic, and you have to give marks.
Exactly, sir.
That is very important.
Yeah. The logic is very important. How he is thinking, how he is analyzing the situation.
Evaluating, thinking, and synthesizing the whole thing.
And synthesizing also.
Yes, supposing I have to ask a question, I have to separate a particular system. Let us separate a slurry, very dilute slurry.
From an industry.
Very industrial dilute slurry. The solid is very important solid. Now there are three processes. Either you filter it, or you evaporate certain water and then filter, or you put a thickener.
Yeah.
Separate it. Now which one you will use? Why? The question, which one you use and why? So he gives logic.
Under certain set of conditions.
Certain set of conditions. So he will think, I know the evaporation, I know the heat is required for evaporation, then there will money involved, how much about saving of time, production is higher or not. All this is very important.
Yes, sir.
So this is a very important question. You have to set up the question that way. That I have thought and I set up the question. Supposing a fluid is flowing to a pipeline. I know the velocity. I know the pressure drop. How I want to calculate the viscosity. What are the way you can calculate viscosity without any instrument?
Okay.
So the question is a very tricky question. If you know the Reynolds number, calculate the Reynolds number for friction factor and the for Fanning's equation, then you can calculate the pressure because you know density, calculate viscosity. That is a logic. I'm not asking you to calculate viscosity by this.
Yeah.
That is a closed book examination.
Closed book exam.
But I've set up the question different way.
In that case, sir, tell me if your proposal is acknowledged at the institution level, so it will have a substantial impact on the present faculty setup.
Oh, sure.
So how do you see this, and what would be the teaching process which would comply to your suggestion?
The present faculty has no knowledge about the open book system.
Yes,
because they have not undergone that.
Yeah.
So they have to understand what is open book examination and how to evaluate those things. So they have to study a lot about the literature available in the open book system. A lot of things are available in the literature, in the internet system. You can study what is happening, what are types of questions happening, how I evaluate these questions. He has to make himself ready for teaching the students in the open book system.
Exactly, sir.
And he has to change herself or himself the open book system examination system. Otherwise, he'll fail completely. You cannot, suppose you give a question, tick the correct answer out of 5. People will copy. Tick C is right, C is right, D is right, they'll copy. No, I want your comment. How you do it? Why you write C? Why not D?
In that case, I do think that that teachers should also be trained through a process.
Oh, sure. They will take summer training. They go training, higher training, advanced training, summer school training.
Okay.
Okay, when I was in IIT, there was teacher used to come from other institutions to have summer training, advanced summer training on any subject, distillation, evaporation, anything. 2 months training, a good exhaustive training. When I was young, I took a training in refinery.
Refinery.
Yes, I just saw the refinery. I saw how it operates. I saw how the distillation column is set up, how the bubble cup is fitted. I saw everything. I had an overview of the whole thing. I have seen myself a column which is dismantled.
Okay.
So if I ask a question to the student, when you use vacuum pump, when you use, let us say, a pump, let us say, which is not centrifugal pump, but a diaphragm pump, how it looks, diaphragm pump, students will fail. You have to open the diaphragm pump, see how it's constructed.
Yeah, actually the pump. You have to open, uninstall the whole pump, again install
dismantle thing and assemble it. Then your knowledge will come. So then you can write open book examination system, draw a neat figure of it.
And this type of training, this type of teaching in the universities also requires. So let them go to the industry, open the pump, see the pump. And teacher also make them the lesson from that.
Yes, not on the computer, only software. No, sorry.
Okay, sir. Now the question, my last question, and very much critical one, sir. What should be the role of government or authority in supporting your views, and how?
Because CBSE already have taken I've seen newspaper, they already started partially, CBSE, the open book system examinations, and slowly government will take up the whole thing partially, open book and closed book and biology oral examinations. So it is coming.
Yes, sir. Then suppose, okay, let me put one example. Suppose you have been asked to advise to the as an advisor to the government in implementing this open book, closed book, and oral balance system. So obviously there should be the change of time limit, and I think there may be some changes in the exam time.
The question is, you see, any examination depends upon how many questions to answer.
Yes, that's my point.
How many questions answer? Suppose it's a 3-hour open book examination system, you should have answered 10 questions. Answer 4 or 5 questions. Because it is they have to think and answer. Every question 20 marks, 5 questions 100 marks. So and there are already questions there.
So now what about the 3 years exam time? So obviously that 3 years,
even if you give 3 hours time, the question pattern such a way they can answer in 3 hours time.
Okay.
Pattern should be like that way.
Okay.
Okay, not a very big question, not an essay type question. You have to think and answer very briefly. Very brief answer, but answer is precise.
It becomes very good if this type of policy comes here, gets implemented. In that case, the students will have that analytical power inbuilt during the university, their engineering course or engineering study. It helps in them to be very much fit in the consulting house also.
Whether consulting house or not, anywhere.
Yeah.
If they have got a good analytical mind, then they will fit in everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay? In production, in design, everywhere. So that is very important. The innovative idea.
Yes.
Not only mug up things and recall your memory and write something. No.
Yes, sir.
I don't want a parrot. I want a good teacher. Parrot is something.
Not parrot. Thank you, sir, for your participation in our channel, and we appreciate you for your participation and a token of certificate.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm very glad.
Thank you.